Hi everybody, Ben from Pixel Portable. Hope you're well. It's time for another unboxing. So I think without further ado, I'm just going to get into it. This episode is sponsored by 𝙋𝙬𝙍𝙍. We didn't get 3 cleaver comments in the last video, so I'm not risking my life with the unboxing cleaver, but if I ever see 3 comments, then it'll happen. We have our down cam, which is down here, and I'm testing out the DSLR as the main cam right now. This is a new thing for me to try. So without going crazy, let's just start. I'm going to start with, I'm going to cover up the details, but it's a Japan Post parcel. I'm going to open that first because these ones have the stuff in that I've never seen, you know? Well, I say never seen. These are stuff that I've not seen in a long time. Is the WonderSwan title, Digital Partner. Here we go, Digital Partner. This is for the WonderSwan. I have got a WonderSwan crystal color. So yeah, that's really neat. Really neat. Looking forward to playing that. That's one. Now this next one is really interesting because it was just announced on the Nintendo Direct as getting a remaster. Not focusing, I'll do it on this camera. Paper Mario 1000 Door. Paper Mario and the 1000 Door. Managed to get my own copy for the GameCube. Really happy about that one. So that's another one done. What is next in this box of tricks? Well, it is the Sega Saturn game, Shining Wisdom. And this came out on the Sega Saturn many years ago. Never played it, but I did think the art looked really neat, so gonna try it at some point. Looking forward to that. This is a collector's edition of Policenauts. Now, you may have seen a lot of the Policenauts images used for like the lo-fi look in some YouTube videos, and Policenauts is iconic in its design. And what's so interesting about this version is that you get your usual Policenauts 3-disc game, and you get an extra item. And this extra item, I'm actually going to show you it now because it's very cool, is like an art book, but it also has stickers. So if you had the gun, and I have got a Sega Saturn light gun, but not the same model as this, you can actually make it completely look like the Policenauts one. Still got the original stickers in. It's incredible. I think it even has some cells in it, like cells used, what the cells look like for making the animation. So this is super cool. Really excited for that. Policenauts is a very neat game. And we have the collector's one. So there we go. Collector's Policenauts. A Game Boy Advance case. This one is like a ice blue. I love official peripherals. That's something I'm really into. So yeah, this is one that I wanted and got. And then I have another one of these from the last episode. You would have seen that I got these adorable diamond and pearl cartridge holders, Pokemon cartridge holders. These are really, really neat, and I'm glad that I managed to get them. This one looks like it actually has its original wrapping for it with it, which is in a better condition and rarer, I suppose, than the one I have already. Now the next thing here, oh, Monster Hunter pouch. I've got some like sticky sticker stuff on it. Inside it had a slot for your UMD, your PSP, UMD, your what do they call them? SanDisk SC memory cards. And then inside this, I've used it as a storage. So I have a Pokemon wireless adapter for the Game Boy Advance, one of these. Love those. I've got a 𝙋𝙬𝙓𝙀𝙀 attachment for the Monster Hunter, from the Monster Hunter series for PSP. That's really cool. There is an official Game Boy Advance charger. Very neat. I actually have got the battery pack for this, so I'll be testing that out. And what else is in here? Oh, it's the other Monster Hunter stuff. So there is a little booklet, just a memo pad. It's got stickers. Those stickers are amazing. All the different item types. And a little lanyard that has gone really gross from being old and rubber. But yeah, this was really cool. And I think I found this in the junk section, actually, for, you know, hardly any cost. So yeah, Monster Hunter case from the original, well, not the original, but the PSP Monster Hunter days. Very, very cool. I've got 2 more of those Game Boy Advance official cart holders. I just thought this was a really cool way to hold some of my more prized carts in official, in official capacity. Just think that's a really neat thing to have. So that's those. So this is a barcode reader. I don't think you really see it. This is for the original Game Boy, and I suspect it's similar to the one I got with Battle. I can't remember what it's called now. Battle something. But I actually do have in a future box the full boxed version of the product that this came from. But I found this before I found that boxed version. So this is, this is what we're going to go with. And yeah, so there we go. Little barcode reader. It takes batteries. It takes 3 AAA. Like tiny battery, probably AAA. 3 AAA batteries, and with this, I'll be able to plug it in, read barcodes. Hopefully, assuming it works. And the last thing in this box is actually a box product for the PSP, and it's a premium box version, and it was so cheap. And it's actually my favorite game on the PSP, and that is Phantasy Star Portable. Now this is the premium box. This premium box, as you can see, is huge. It costs 900 yen, by the way. 900 yen, it's nothing. So this comes with, it's the 10th anniversary version, it comes with the game, comes with a case, and it comes with, I don't know what that is, a poster or some sort of sticker or something. It's got pictures of them on the back and stuff on the sides. But I love this game, and the fact that this is a premium set box, and apparently no one likes it and no one wants it because it was so cheap, I had to grab it. It's going to go on my shelf. I might actually open it at some point and have a little peruse through the items because I do love these sort of things. But yeah, little collector's edition box, Phantasy Star. Now on to another box, because we've got plenty of time. Here is a box. I'm going to scissor this box. There we go, extreme scissoring. I'm probably going to lacerate a finger. It's entirely possible. How are you liking the look of this DSLR, by the way? I actually think this might be the way forwards for some of my videos. I need to stop looking down here. It's because this is where the footage is being displayed. But yeah. Oh, look. Well, we can see some things in here that we know we already have. So, this is the second boxed. Oh, this is way less sun damage as well. Second boxed Tamagotchi original. I'm going to open it. I'm going to see if the little device is in there. It cost 1,800 yen. But I remember picking this up from a hobby off or something. There we go. Oh yes, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. The box has a little prang, but however, see that prang? One of my next videos is going to be talking about how I'm going to deal with all these pranged boxes. So that'll be fun to hold out for. If you've never considered what you can do with a damaged box, there's actually quite a lot of options. So I'm back. Oh, I'm out of focus. My camera has betrayed me. I'm now blurry. Get focus. Keep it going back. There we go. Bless you, camera. We have a Tamagotchi card. A Tama-sama card, in fact. And this is for a watch. So I did actually get one of these watches. I got the, what's that franchise? Digimon. But yes, there's these special fitness watches, and you can upload different themes into your watch, and this one adds the Tamagotchi characters and the things that they do in it. And I just thought it was still sealed, 550 yen. Why not? Very cool. This, there's some cool things in here. We have a seal holder for Pocket Monsters from 2001. Now this, I don't think I've ever opened it to have a look at, but I'm going to. I'm going to do it right now. Oh no, I have opened it because I've stuffed little things in there. So there's these really cool stickers, original set stickers. I don't know what they're from, but I don't care. It's all my vibe. And then I've got I bought a single from Hard Off. I bought a single sticker because I was really into the Pokemon stickers while I was over there. And this one was quite cheap. It's a holofoil Squirtle. Very cool. Put this over here. Put the Squirtle over here. So here is the seal holder. Oh, that's why I bought this seal holder, I remember. It's like complete. This has like, I don't really know how these work, if I'm honest. They're like a fabric or something that's been put on here. I don't fully know. But yeah, this is like very cool and very complete. Like I say, I don't really know quite what this is, but it was pretty cheap and it looked kind of complete. So I thought, hey, I'll take a shot on that. So I did. If you watched the last video with the AM3 reader for the Game Boy Advance, you would have seen that I had a sneak shot of my phone playing 𝙋𝙬𝙓𝙀𝙇. Well, this was bought in 𝙋𝙬𝙓𝙀𝙀, and this is one of the characters I like from that game. It's a little clear model statue. So yeah, that's something I got. What else have we got in here? This one is Lena's. She likes this character. So this character is what we got. These aren't retro, so I'm just going through them pretty quickly. This is the box topper from the new Phyrexia, or no, not new Phyrexia. The March, oh god, I can't even remember the name of it now. March of the Machines set from Magic the Gathering. This is the box topper card I got from that. I wanted to make sure it stayed in reasonable condition. It's got a tiny bend on it, but Got some some stamps that I've done in different Shonen Jump stores of Luffy from One Piece. Now, this is super cool. Check that. It's a Pocket Monsters Masters Trainers book. Look at it. Oh, now this is the sort of thing that I love when it comes to Pokemon. It's the old stuff. It makes me think of like a very specific time in my life and gives me high doses of nostalgia. But yes, that is beautiful. Beautiful. It's upside down for you, but look, it's Showers. Everyone remembers Showers and Sand. Those are premium Pokemon. What about Koi King and Pixie? Yeah, as you can see, very, very neat. This is something that I will treasure. This will be going on display. I don't know values for a lot of these things because, like I said, a lot of these things are bought just for my own collection, but I will put the values up on the screen if I know what they are. This is a Game Boy Advance to GameCube connector for games like Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. So I got a PS Vita whilst I was out there. Remember when I did the tier list? I talked about all the different handhelds and where they belonged. And PS Vita, when I got the PS Vita, I said it was probably really good, but I don't own one yet, so I can't put it on the list. I own one now, and they are fantastic. And here's some games for it. So first up, we have Phantasy Star Online 2 Special Package. I don't know what's so special about it, but we have it. And we have Phantasy Star Online 2 Episode 3. That's another thing. I don't quite know how these work, because these are MMO. I don't know if you know this game, but this is an MMO. So I don't quite know how it works. I do know that the PS Vita has got a slot for having data cards for, for being able to use wireless data when you're out and about. So maybe that's how it works. I'm not sure. But I got those because I love the game. Also Phantasy Star Nova because I've never played it. So it's one of the only Phantasy Star games I've never played. Prior from Phantasy Star Episode 1 and 2. And Dragon's Crown, which I can't stop gushing about. I even did a really good photo shoot with this on my Instagram, which you should check out at Bennett Pixel Portable on Instagram. And I really love Dragon's Crown. That is a great game. A lot of fun. Good pick up and play sort of feel to it. Next I have another Policenauts Special Edition, because I found another one, and I didn't know if the first one had all the stuff in, so I got a second one. Now these are going to make you excited if you love Game Boy Advance, because the next few items are all Game Boy Advance items, and these are in Perspex boxes because I have already pre-Perspex these before travel. But we have Pokemon Leaf Green. This camera's not focusing. Pokemon Leaf Green. There you go. It's the first one. I'm going to stick that to the side. Then we have Pokemon Emerald. Pokemon Emerald with the little attachment. Great game. These are all going in my collection. I love these so much. Monster Farm, which was called Monster Rancher over here in the UK and in the West. This is the Monster Farm Advance game. We have the classic Mother 1 and 2. Oh, camera's freaking out. Mother 1 and 2. There you go, Mother 1 and 2 for the Game Boy Advance. Like I say, these are all going to be Perspex boxed because I went through the effort to do so. A second copy of Emerald because I found it for so cheap. Bomberman for the Game Boy Advance. Lovely Perspex box. 2 copies of Zelda Minish Cap. Fantastic Zelda game for the Game Boy Advance. If you've never played it, I highly recommend it. And it's got a really nice holofoil case. I don't know if you can quite see that in the camera, but there we go. Hajime no Ippo, The Fighting. This is the Game Boy Advance version of the game, and this one is very cool. Don't know if you've watched the anime or read the manga, but it comes across as a sport anime, and you might think to yourself, oh, I'm not interested in sport or shonen, and it's neither of those things. It's actually a comedy manga, and I highly recommend it to anyone who wants a good laugh and some good feels. Now there's this game which I picked up because it looks suspiciously like Pokemon, but it's like they're all in little capsules, and I just thought that was neat. I don't know what the game's called. I'm sure I'll put it on the screen if I've worked it out. And yeah, that's going to be something I play on stream at some point. Right, my favorite Wario game, Wario Land 4 for the Game Boy Advance. This comes with some really interesting stickers. I will do an unboxing of that later, as I will for a bunch of these for a subset of videos. Monster Farm 2. That's right, you thought Monster Farm 1 was good enough. There's a second one. This is Monster Farm 2. The camera will not focus on this, regardless of where I put it. Okay, well, whatever. Put it here. Monster Farm 2 for the Game Boy Advance. Then we have a really inconspicuous, I think this is a Yu-Gi-Oh game. Yeah, it's Yu-Gi-Oh. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh game, and it comes with a very inconspicuous white box. I don't know why it had such a bland box, but I'll find out and I'll probably let you know. And then talking of card games, we have Duel Masters 2 for the Game Boy Advance. I love card games. They are one of my favorite types of games, so you wouldn't be surprised to see quite a few of those in here. And then last but not least is a bunch of One Piece cards that I got whilst I was in Japan. Again, card game related. Got those because it just came out whilst I was over there. I feel that I have some time, so I'm going to go through this little box that is open, just because it just never needed sellotaping. This has a bunch of things in. It has some Mushi King and other games that use it. Scanners, I found these multiple times, so I bought them multiple times. They were like 100 yen. So, you know, it's a card reader for games like Mushi King, which is a game where you catch bugs. There we go, I'll put them under here so you can see. It's not too spectacular, but there will be a future video on those things. This is sealed. Where are my scissors? Well, one of these games I'm not going to show you because it's for that future video. But I've got some other games here that I absolutely love. These two can go to the side. I'm not showing you them. But we have another Pokemon crystal. You know, we've got a bunch of crystals, but there's a crystal. We've got the Dance Dance Revolution game, which is not focusing. I shall open the case to show you. But this goes with the little dance pad that I showed off in the last episode that goes onto the Game Boy Color. Really cool. And we have Harvest Moon 3. Oh, the camera's not focusing. Harvest Moon 3. Just open this one as well. It's a little fair. That's those three. Then next wedge of games. Oh, some loose ones fell out. Let's do those. I have no idea what that is. I think it's like a multiple game in one thing. It's like a trash product. But I got it because I love to just explore everything, even trash. This is basically like Advance Wars, but for the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. And I have a boxed version of this, which is very special. So I'll have a video on when I finally get to unbox it. But this is a loose copy of it, which I found before I found the box one. I have a Mahjong game of some sort. That's not focusing. Mahjong of some sort. There we go. That's, I don't know if it's good or bad. We have a Harvest Moon game for the DS, but it's just like the cartridge. I bought basically no loose cartridges for DS and 3DS. I kept to box products for those because they were pretty affordable, and I don't really want to have just loose boxes, loose things going around. This game, I have no idea what this is. I'm going to put it under here. So we've got this game. I don't know what it is, but it's something. You hit me up in the comments if you know in advance. Ah! I know what these are. So remember in the last unboxing, I unboxed... Oops. I'm going to die. I unboxed Robopon Manual. Well, here is my collection of the different cartridges and games like Robopon, Robopon Sun and Moon. Here is Here is Moon version. I don't know why I'm throwing games. There we go, Moon version. So Robopon Moon, I've got Robopon Sun, which is this one. This is what the manual was for. I have none of these boxed. I didn't see any boxed, so I didn't get any boxed. And then there's another game here, which may be Robopon. I'm not sure what it is, but this one is also the same obnoxious cartridge, and they're obnoxious because they have events in them, and they beep when they want your attention in real time. So I keep hearing beeps in these boxes, and I know it's these. So got them out. I will be doing some stuff with them at some point. Let's open. Oh no, I've messed it up. There we go. Be free from your plastic prison cartridge. This is Flipple. I don't know what Flipple is, but it looks cool. This is the Pokemon trading card game. Whoop, there we go. Pokemon trading card game. A loose copy of Card Hero, which you saw I managed to find boxed. So that is essentially dead to me. This game I can't show you because it's related to that big video that I keep talking about. Yes, I have multiple copies for a reason. This is Dr. Mario, which I have already got a boxed copy of, but hey, we have another one. Here is, oh, that's amazing, yeah. Here is, I think it's a Castlevania game. It's got a little Dracula on it. Oh, it's not focusing. Well, I'll put it in here. I think it's Castlevania or something like that. And then I've got a Pokemon Yellow, loose. I know those things are as common as they can be, but this is not common. And this is not zooming in. Please zoom in. Camera? No? Don't want to help me? Want to help me out with this one? No? We just locked it. Oh. There we go. This is very cool. This is my Minuet copy of Tetris. This is the rare version, and I bought it for 480 yen, and I was somewhere very north. I feel like I might have been even more north than... Yeah, I would have been... It would have been like near Ababashiri or somewhere like that. I went into this hard off. I looked all the cartridges. I always check all the Tetrises because I've always wanted the Minuet. And there it was. I realized when I looked at the label and knew the signs to look for that it was the Minuet copy. All that's different is it has a different track of music available to listen to instead of the one that you would be more familiar with if you've only played the original Tetris. I think there was only 11,000 or something of those made. Maybe less, I don't know. Maybe more even, I don't know. 3 more copies of Crystal. Now you might think I'm crazy, but I swear there's a reason for this. In fact, this one is going to be a test for me to do my battery swap since it hasn't even got a label. So yep, 3 more copies of Crystal. There's method behind the madness. It will make sense later. Now we have some heavy hitters. First heavy hitter in every single one of the hard offs that you've ever been in. Guaranteed. The next heavy hitter is actually a bit rarer, and that is the Hunter x Hunter game for Game Boy Color from the hit manga and anime. And then the last thing is actually probably one of the rarest Game Boy Color games I own, and that is Pokemon the Card Game 2. It's not focusing, there you go. Pokemon the Card Game 2. That was only made in Japanese and in Japan, and features more cards, and it's a direct sequel from the first Pokemon card game, which is a fantastic game, fantastic music as well. So that's that. And there we have it. We have gone through pretty speedily 3 boxes, and there's still quite a lot left. So I look forward to seeing you in the next unboxing. But what was your favorite item? Was there anything you particularly liked, or is there anything that you have recently picked up that you want to talk about in the comments? Let me know. Also, if I see 3 Cleaver comments, we will leave things like this behind and go back to the unboxing Cleaver, which is not safe, but I'm willing to do it. And yeah, I think this was a pretty successful unbox. There was a lot of content across the board. It wasn't just all Pokemon. You had PSP stuff, Sega Saturn stuff, Game Boy Advance stuff, even a lot of card games and a lot of original games for the Game Boy Color and for the original Game Boy. And speaking of which, I finally got an original DMG sent to me by a very, very kind person, friend of mine. Realized I didn't have one of these in my collection. This is the Wide Boy on it, by the way. I finally got the Wide Boy out of his box. And yeah, there we go. So I will be playing those original games on the original device until the screen makes me want to rip out my eyes, in which case I'll maybe install an IPS screen, who knows. But yeah. Alright, well, thanks for that. If you've watched this video and you've enjoyed it, let me know. Make sure to give me a little like so I know that I'm not failing miserably. But more importantly, if you do like this content, there's other content as well. There's other things than unboxings. I have videos on the 1998 Pokemon camera, the 1997 Pokemon Nintendo 64 promo special item. There's a lot of videos on the channel. Feel free to check them out and hit me a sub if you think it's worthy. But yeah, appreciate your time, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Bye.
When we go into the shops, spending money till you drop, and I'm having a great time. Convince me to spend some more.